the 500 people couldn't make it, so you canceled the show.
Okay, yeah, so 500, they couldn't make it for 1 year, and our friends, The Strip, who were also involved in that earlier show, they decided they didn't want to do it anymore. So, for a brief second, we canceled the event and had instant second thoughts because we thought about how cool it is that everybody, all these people, get together. They get to meet each other. These people who are friends on the internet who've never met each other, they get to come and enjoy each other. So pretty quickly, we settled on a new name and a new kind of idea based on a term that was disparagingly given to us by people who don't like us.
Yes, the Vegas Internet Mafia was something that people were basically saying that they felt that we were sort of snooty, had an insular little internet community around Las Vegas.
Which is partially true.
So we embraced that and extended it.
Yeah. So they started calling us disparagingly the Vegas Internet Mafia. Hunter went and bought the domain name.
That's awesome.
And we just kind of built upon that. So if you have an internet mafia, with a mafia, it's a family. And what do you do when you gather? You have a family picnic. So it's the Vegas Internet Mafia family picnic.
That's awesome.
At that point, the event was born. And with the rebirth of the event, we decided to consciously expand it from being just a podcast-centric event to something that would be more of a gathering happening with other types of events happening around it.
More expansive, less about just the podcast format.
Yeah, and at the time, Vegas Tripping, we didn't have a podcast.
Right.
So I said, well, let's do a game show, which is what became Match Game, and we've been doing that ever since. So evolving it, yeah.
Here we are.
At what point did you get to like, oh, fuck, this is hard?
I mean, honestly, even going back to the very first podcast, Palooza, we didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah.
None of us have, as far as I know, any real experience producing events. I mean, maybe tangentially being in bands or whatever.
Yeah.
You got some experience doing stuff, so it wasn't
making
like,
flyers.
Yeah, so we had some of that stuff, but it was
being covered
not,
in wheat paste.
It was but it was not. It wasn't something that none of us are professional event planners, so we kind of always had to stumble through it. But we've been lucky to have a lot of people support us along the way that had more experience and some facilities and whatnot.
The real key is, we've had good institutional partners at the Palms and at the Caesars properties, but certainly when Derek, who came to the owner of the D and the Golden Gate, he came to an early event as a fan.
I heard that
just
story.
As a guy, because he listened to the shows and he was involved, so he just showed up.
Did you guys know he was there?
No.
This is before he owned anything, or just the Riviera, the little piece of the Riviera?
Second Vegas Internet Mafia family picnic at Bally's in the Indigo Lounge. We had him as a guest because that was right when the D was reopening after the transformation, and he was asked on stage as part of this question, as part of the interview. I can't remember exactly what the question was, but it was revealed that he had been in the audience, and then there was like a gasp in the audience because I didn't know, nobody knew, and it was just so serendipitous. It was like amazing that he had done that. We were like, wow. I mean, it was impressive.
Yeah, and that's like the Halcyon days, and he was there, like pretty much close to the beginning of this evolution of this event. So
that's awesome.
The fact that his business. At the time, he owned a couple of points of the Riv and a couple of points of the Golden Gate, and they had just bought and were transforming this property, the D. But now, of course, he's bought all these other places. So his footprint is expanding, and he has been so incredibly supportive of almost every idea. The only idea he was shut down was this year we wanted to do a Jello wrestling thing. And he put the kibosh on that.
In the pool? Or where would that have gone down?
On Fremont Street, perhaps?
On Fremont Street or in the casino floor. We're going to wheel out a pool and fill it with Jello. And
then it didn't work out.
You could have just registered for a circle and then you wouldn't have had to have his permission.
Yeah, well, you never know.
That's true. Free for all out there.
But yeah, they've been super great about accommodating us, even some of these weird ideas. And in some cases, even building on some of them, saying, that sounds awesome. Yeah. We also have this other space that would make it even better. It's like, great, let's amp it up a couple of notches.
Yeah, they're a great, not only a partner who supports with facilities and technical help and resources, but they bring great ideas to the table. All of the people who work for Derek, he supports their creativity in their job and wants them to be.
Yeah, they all seem to love him. Like everybody I talk to is like, he's amazing.
Very well liked. I don't think that's an accident.
Cool.
Yeah. So in terms of it being hard, which was what the question is, when did we realize it was being hard? Every year it seems like it's difficult. You know, at certain points, some years more difficult than others. But I think in terms of it being really almost unmanageable last year, to me, it was physically I had reached like the limit of what I could physically do.
We expanded last year was the first time we did what is now this event, and it was
full 3 days.
Yeah, it was. And we've gotten a better handle on it this time around, but I think there's still an opportunity to streamline things a little bit more. And get
it seemed like
smarter.
Like the year before last, you were kind of like hit a wall and a little bit over it. And you were just like, I don't know if this shit's happening again next year.
Yeah,
like,
well,
and then
I was. You're absolutely right. I was over it, and I hit a wall, and it was more of a structural thing in my life. You know, just midlife crisis, pretty much straight up. Like, what's the meaning of life? Why am I doing this? You know, and I had to kind of take a break. And Hunter, you know, helped. You know, I kind of said I need to stand on the side and be quiet and not be involved, and he helped, you know, grab the thing and bring it over the finish line.
Right,
Which is the great thing about our friendship and our partnership is like we don't really like demarcate whose job is what, but we both seem to excel at a bunch of really great things.
Yeah, and there's some overlap, but there's a lot of specialization too, and I think it's actually worked out really well.
It's great.
It's awesome. Well, it's been fun. Every single year it gets better, so I'm glad you guys
Thank you. That
put it on.
me a little bit because that's a high bar to cross, but that's nice of you to say.
You do it effortlessly, so you're good.
It seemed that way. I guess that means we're doing a good job.
There's a lot of effort that goes into it. Talk to me
Not
2
just
months
us,
ago.
but yeah.
So I have one more quick question. He said we might get arrested, but when's the first MIMF? Like, are we doing a Macau Internet Mafia family
if we do
picnic?
some of this stuff, I was telling him we'd probably end up in jail if we did a parade down.
It's a different kind of culture. It's a different kind of culture. So
I was talking to people and they're like, I'd do that. I'd go.
well, you know, I would almost say that our trip in June was probably the first MIMF because we met there.
Yeah,
right on.
Right? We met there. So if you know, we announce a day or a time or something we're going to go and people want to show up to a degree, you know, maybe we'll do that in the future, but not right now.
Yeah,
maybe in a few years.
Talk about we would definitely need a lot of help to make that work.
For sure.
You never know, but
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, guys.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a great rest of your day, and you know.
Thank you.
We will. Thank you.